I believe that poetry readings are very important because it's a way of people to get to know more poetry. And this particular poetry festival event, um, when a festival is dedicated just to poetry, that allows the poets to immerse in poetry itself, and it becomes a kind of retirement camp in which we can just listen to great poetry from other poets that were selected because they are great. And this is an opportunity for us to develop um, more skills and get more motivated to keep on writing. It's very good for motivational reasons because you can contact with other poets and you can hear so much good poetry that you feel inspired to just keep on writing.
Yes. Okay. So, how do you see the present world of poetry, nationally and internationally?
The present world of poetry.
Yes, nationally and internationally.
I believe that poetry nowadays is getting a lot of popularity. Um, I know we used to think that poetry is dead somehow because it's a kind of an old form of art. But still, I can see that there are a lot of communities of writers and poets. Everywhere I go, I can find someone who is organizing a poetry night reading. So this means that people are still connecting through poetry, and they're still connected through it as well. Um, so I still have hope for the future of poetry.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So, what is your take on the city, Kolkata?
What do I think of the city?
Yes.
So it was very interesting to come here because I see that the streets have a lot of visual information everywhere.
Okay.
And I love to take pictures, so not a photographer or something, but for me it was really a lot of visual information that I wanted to capture every moment. And it was really easy because I just stay, for instance, in a taxi and I just snap, 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 and in the end I've got great pictures.
Okay.
I mean, this is one of the aspects that is really interesting, and you can see that it's a vibrant place with so much things happening, so many things happening, and yeah, I enjoy this time here very much.
Great. Okay. So, how do you feel about Chair Poetry Evening Festival? Any messages?
Uh, I think it went really well. We still have one activity tonight. Um, but I just loved to meet the authors here, the poets, to get to know them and to get to know their work. I think that the selection was really good, and it's really an honor for me to be here um, because it was a great opportunity to get to know more about Indian poetry mainly, but from other places as well. Some poets from Europe that I already knew, but some poems from India that I didn't. And I think that the way it was organized with a lot of poetry reading was really focused on the poetry and on the literature, which is something that sometimes in other literary festivals doesn't happen. Because they have a lot of other things like fiction, non-fiction, and other aspects, political debates, etc. And this one was really focused on the theme, that is poetry itself. So in that sense, I really loved this one.
Great. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you.